Hello, and welcome to the Believers Lounge podcast. I'm John, he's Michael, but you know that already. We've been through this before. Yes. How are you tonight, Michael?
I'm doing okay. Had a busy day. It's been a busy week, to be honest, and it's not even Friday yet, but doing okay. How about yourself?
I concur with that. It has been quite the busy week. Especially because I work in construction. It's picking up. So it's very busy days, very long days.
For sure. Both physically and mentally, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
But here we are in the Believers Lounge.
Here we are.
As long as we have our coffee, we're set.
We're good to go.
So tonight, we decided we'll have our first official artist spotlight. So, who are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, John, tonight we're going to, for our first artist spotlight, we're going to talk about the group Casting Crowns. So, I'm excited to get into this one. I think it's a good group for our first episode about I was going to say about this, no, for our artist spotlight. And our oh my goodness, our listeners can look forward to ones in the future.
Yeah.
As well, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of groups that we want to talk about, but it's not quite the right time. We want to save at least one group for a later date. We've talked about Skillet before, so we think we'll hold off on another Skillet discussion. So yes, I am very excited to talk about Casting Crowns. So I think first we'll give a bit of a brief overview of who Casting Crowns are. So yeah, they were formed back in 1999.
Yes.
For all you young people born post-century.
All you young people who are 20, what is it? Who are 25 and a half?
Yeah, 20. Let's we'll round it up to 26.
Okay.
So yeah, they were formed back in 99 at the First Baptist Church in Daytona Beach. And
Florida for those who don't know where that is.
Florida for us Canadians and non-snowbirds.
Yes.
So it was formed by Mark Hall, a singer, songwriter, and youth pastor. Yeah, and they've been active all the way up to, I think their last album was in 2022. So they're still going strong. They've been featured in a couple movies.
Yes, that's right. Courageous and Fireproof, two notable movies. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own as well, I think, recently. Maybe that was a year, 2 years, 3 years. To be honest, I haven't really paid attention to Casting Crowns a lot within the last couple years.
No, me neither.
I mainly know a lot of their beginning and middle endeavors and albums and such. Sorry, not to distract you from your point there.
Oh no, my point was fleeting. But going back on the movies, they were also featured in Facing the Giants.
That's the one I couldn't think of.
It was the Kendrick brothers film that I was trying to think of earlier when we were discussing this.
Okay. Yep. No, Casting Crowns has been kind of a staple in Christian music, I'd say.
Yes.
Like you said, they've been around since they started in 1999. But I believe, not to get ahead of you here, but I believe that their first album, which is called Casting Crowns, was released in 2003, I believe. You can quote me if I'm wrong.
You're correct.
Okay. For those of you listening, my internet connection is spotty right now, and so I don't have any of this information up in front of me. You will need to know why am I sharing this? Well, you'll need to know for a segment a little bit later in the episode. But anywho's, I digress. So their self-titled album, I believe their first one, it came out in 2003. And they've released... What am I trying to say here? They seem to be... Again, you can quote me if I'm wrong, but they seem to be on a kind of I like to call it a skillet schedule. Now, for those of you who don't know what a skillet schedule is, if you know the band Skillet and have seen when they've released albums, it seems to be an every 3 year to the year they release. 06... Sorry, I need to stop here. We're not talking about Skillet this episode. John told me, Michael, be careful. Don't bring... No, he actually didn't. I'm just making up things. But anyway, so yes. So they've been consistent releasing albums, and a lot of their songs are quite notable, and a lot of people would recognize them. So I'll hand it back over to you there, John.
Yeah. So going as it's very much a staple in Christian music, can you think back?
Okay.
What was the first Casting Crowns song you remember hearing?
Well, my memory's a little fuzzy, but I'll do my best. I believe I was listening to Wow Worship. It was a group on a CD. Mind you, this was before Spotify, YouTube, all that. It was on a CD that is... I don't even know if Wow Worship is still going on today or not. That's something we might have to look into for later.
Yeah, as far as I know, they are still going with Wow Hits.
Okay.
And if you're not familiar with Wow Hits, it's a usually a 2-disc. Listen to me, my old self here talking about CDs when who we don't even go and buy CDs anymore. But it was a 2-disc CD set with about 30 songs from that year's top Christian artists.
That's right. I think I did say Wow Worship.
Yes, that was another segment.
That was another segment, sorry. So I believe I was listening to Wow Hits. Or it could be Worship as well, too. But I believe one of the songs off of that year's Wow Hits I was listening to was If We Are the Body, which is... I thought it was track number 1 off their self-titled album, but John, you told me prior to starting our recording that it was actually track number 2. Anyways, regardless of what track it was, I had listened to that song. Now, listening to it didn't make me go, oh, I need this album and I need it right now. Casting Crowns is one of those artists that have been in the Christian music atmosphere and something that Christians listen to, songs that were maybe not played on Sunday morning, but were a part of, the church community. And like I said, my memory is not really clear as to what got me into them back then, but I remember getting their self-titled album, and this is kind of aging myself too, but I took the album, when you had to put it into your computer, burn it onto your computer, which may or may not be appropriate with copyright laws, but we'll put that off to the side there. And then I had to upload it onto my good old iPod Nano. And so, yeah, and then it just, I don't know, it just stuck. I like the style of music and such. So, again, before I get carried away on rabbit trails, would like to throw back the question at you there, John. What was your first experience with Casting Crowns as to when you heard them?
Well, it also stems back to a Wow Hits CD. When I graduated grade 8 from the Christian elementary school, one of the things that the school did for its graduates, now this was a very small school, we graduated with a class size of 12, you could go and you could pick out a gift that would be from the school to you. So they had a lot of books, devotionals, and when it came my turn, there wasn't a whole lot of options left, but there was one CD. It was Wow Hits 2006. And I remember when I listened to that, and I don't have it in front of me now, but I think it was track 1, was the song Voice of Truth. And that was the first Casting Crowns song I remember listening to.
Voice of Truth can't be the first track, is it?
I believe it was.
I'm sorry, I'm very surprised. Again, I don't have it up in front of me.
I mean, I've got the handy-dandy interwebs in front of me.
You do. I didn't think that was the first track. I thought it was like the third.
It was track 1.
Wow.
Third would have been Brave by Nicole Nordham.
Oh, sorry. Are you saying first track off of the Wow Hits?
First track off Wow Hits 2006.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now, if you're thinking the Casting Crowns self-titled album.
Yes, sorry, that is what I was thinking.
Yes, that is track 3.
Yes. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get all surprised by that.
Now, seeing as you're an expert on track orders...
Wait a second. I thought we told our listeners we're not pastors or experts.
Good point, but I'm still going to quiz you anyways.
Okay.
What was the first track on their self-titled album?
And it wasn't If We Are the Body.
No, that is track 2.
If Everyone Prayed?
You're close. That's not the title.
I
mean, you're very close. You're just not saying the title correctly.
Yeah, somehow I'm thinking of the Nickelback song, If Everyone Cared. That's I don't know why I got that mixed up.
We're Canadians. We're allowed to talk about them.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to be umming and ahhing here for a while, so...
The first track is What If His People Prayed. See, I knew you'd have that... Yep.
Yeah, What If His People Prayed. Okay, so that was the first one. And then we have If We Are the Body, Voice of Truth. Some other notable songs off that album is Who I Am or Who Am I?
Who Am I?
Who Am I? For those musicians out there, the recorded key for Who Am I is actually quite high for guys to sing, I find. But Mark's voice can do it, of course. I believe there's the word dance in one of the titles. In one of the
Yes.
I can't remember what the track's called, but
It's the King David song. It's praise you with this dance.
oh, praise you
with the dance.
Yes, the King. Hey, you. I never made that connection. Oh, we got to look up the scripture behind that and see. The King David. I love it. Praise you with this dance. Yeah. When I said notable songs, the only one I could think of was Who I Am. Yeah, but yeah, it's a good album.
Yeah,
I think so.
The one song that also jumped off that album for me is the song "Here I Go Again."
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Now I talked about songs that kind of jump out at us.
Mm-hmm.
Not limiting it to this album. But what is a Casting Crowns song that really speaks to you or really jumps out at you?
Oh, there's.
Can you even narrow it down to one?
I don't think I can narrow it down to one, but I could probably give you I wouldn't say it's my favorite song, but I could probably give you a song if you gave me an album.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to do it that way, if you don't mind, yeah. Do we want to start off with Life Song, the next one?
I was just going to say, let's do it with one of my favorite albums, which is Life Song.
Yeah. Again, I don't have anything in front of me here. Does Anyone Hear Her? Is that off that album?
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a really good song.
For me, it has to be Praise You in the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
That song has, I don't know how you could say it, talk to me, comfort me in some of my difficult times in my life. Again, it's just a good reminder that no matter what's going on around you, A, God is still there, and B, again, going back to David, no matter if we're in good circumstances, bad circumstances, we can always praise God, even if we don't, even if it doesn't feel like it. Not to digress, but Elevation Worship has a song called Praise, which is kind of a happier take on the same kind of idea of praising God wherever, whenever. Anyway. But yes, I'd say Praise You in the Storm, although Life Song title track is really good too. What about you, John?
For me, the song that jumps at me, it's also off this album. It is the song Set Me Free.
Oh my goodness, the music video I think they have for this?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's a
I don't know if I've seen Casting Crowns official music video for it, but it was a skit performed by a church.
That's what I was mentioning. I apologize. Yeah. Very, very powerful. Yeah.
Very powerful. Yeah, it gives me goosebumps every time I watch it.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, that song really, when you're in a tough spot spiritually, that song just fully conveys your emotions.
Casting Crowns seems... Oh, sorry about that. If you hear a lot of feedback, that's probably me. Casting Crowns is... If you don't mind, I just want to read a little excerpt right from their official website. And I think this ties in really nicely to what I was going to say here. So Casting Crowns on their official website, I'm just going to read a little bit. Their about us statement is they say they are they boil down life's most challenging moments into digestible proclamations of faith. Again, they're about singable truths that point to Jesus is what they've always been about and will always be about. So, in relation to this, I find Casting Crowns is really good at taking kind of the emotional state of Christianity, I guess you can say. I don't know if that's really accurate, but they kind of bridge that with, again, the truths of God's word. And yeah, that's what I really like about them.
Another song that would really jump to me is from The Altar and the Door.
Okay. This is my most listened to Casting Crowns album, personally. Yeah.
The song would be Slow Fade.
You picked my song. No.
I did pick the song.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have any comments, or I have something to say?
No, go for it.
Okay. Slow Fade is, I don't know if chilling is the right adjective, but it is, if you really pay attention to the lyrics, it's a, I don't know how to, maybe chilling is the right word.
No.
It's
for me, it's a holding up the mirror song.
Okay, yeah. For me, it's a reminder that it's like, you know, a little bit by a little bit, if you're not careful, you can fall away. And it's like a bucket of cold water on your head. It's a time to wake up reminder. Yeah. That's the best way I can explain it. But anyway, yeah. I'm trying to think. East to West, though.
Yes.
Is also another good one. Just reminding us of, you know, that's how far between, you know, what Jesus says.
Yeah, I believe the lyric is, I just had it in my head. Can you show me just how far the East is from the West, from one nail-scarred hand to the other?
I like how for the last chorus, they go from I don't want to be to, I believe, to like, I don't have to be the man I've been, you know what I mean?
Mm.
In the arms of your mercy, I find rest. It's just like, oh my goodness. Again, they take almost like not the emotions, but like very, you know, down to earth, kind of someone wondering about their experiences and what they're going through. So yeah.
Just a couple of like honorable mention songs.
Off that,
for me, for any album.
Okay, yeah.
Starting with this one, I guess, Prayer for a Friend.
Yep.
And Stained Glass Masquerade.
Now, is Stained Glass Masquerade off of Life Song?
I believe so. Yes, it is. Goes very... I think I like having how they have it right after the song, Does Anybody Hear Her? And then they go straight into Stained Glass Masquerade. And then straight into Love Them Like Jesus.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of storytelling.
Yeah.
In a sense, yep.
Yeah, I like it when artists do that in their albums.
Shall we look at Until the Whole World Hears album? That one is pretty good too, I think. that one followed The Altar and the Door. I think that was the next one.
Yes.
And you're going to have to... 2009? Was that when that one came out?
2009.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to think of what other songs on there.
Yeah, for me, the standout song is Glorious Day.
Okay, that's where that song's from. Okay. Maybe I should just open my Spotify and then actually follow along. Yeah. Give me a second here. Oh, no. It's going to play the song, and then we're going to get copywritten. No. Oh, If We've Ever Needed You. That is... that's a good one. Blessed Redeemer. Oh, that's a good one, too. Yeah, I think for me it's Glorious Day and If We've Ever Needed You. Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, when I was trying to figure out which group to do for this episode, for this Artist Spotlight, it came to me while I was at church this past Sunday, and I was visiting a church. We had a youth pastor at a regular church, and he went to become the lead pastor of another church in town. So I went to go listen to him, and the song they sang, they picked a Casting Crowns song. I just had it up. It was All Because of Mercy off of their latest album. And just at that moment in that week, that day, the song really spoke to me as we were singing it, or as I was listening to it, as it was my first time hearing it. I've got the lyrics up here, and I'm going to figure out where it is in the song. I don't know if this is in the chorus, in the bridge, in the verse, but the lyric goes, "There's no way that I could earn it. Praise God, my debt is paid. It's not because I'm worthy. It's all because of mercy. I'm just as desperate for you now as I was back then. If I ever should forget, remind me once again."
Mm-hmm.
And it was after hearing this song that I'm like, yep, we're going to do Casting Crowns first.
Yeah, for sure. I've heard that song a few times on the radio recently, yeah.
Now, probably what I would probably say is their biggest song, which will segue into talking about the movies, is their song Courageous.
Yeah, that's one of their biggest songs. Their song Nobody that they do with Matthew West, that's pretty popular as well, too. I mean, that's getting ahead of ourselves, because that one's off of... What's that off of? Only Jesus? I think that's off of that album. But yes, Courageous. And I don't know if I'm close to the point here or not, but would you say it's their biggest song because they had a movie made based on the song, I believe? I believe it... Was it based on the song, or did the movie just use the song as their title track? Because I thought I had read somewhere that it was a movie based on the Casting Crowns song. Although I don't remember, so I thought you would know. Yeah. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they used the song to promote the film.
Okay, yeah.
I believe they also had the song in Fireproof.
In Fireproof, wasn't that the Voice of Truth they had in Fireproof?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so.
And they also went on to win several awards, including a Grammy. They've won several Dove Awards. Back in 2010, they won the Dove Award for Artist of the Year, which was their first ever win in that category. And their song Glorious Day, when it released in 2011, it reached number 1 on the Billboard Christian Artist Songs of the Week back in of April of that year.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now, probably the most interesting factual tidbit and nugget is that they're one of the very few American bands to have ever been invited to visit North Korea.
Which is kind of mind-boggling if you think about it, with North Korea's resistance to Christianity, right? So
Christianity resistant to anything Western.
Well, yes, exactly.
But yet, they attended back in 2009 the Spring Friendship Arts Festival in Pyongyang.
Just goes to show you nothing can keep God out.
No.
You know, the word will be preached to every nation before Jesus comes back, right? Yeah. I believe it says so. That's great. Yeah, wow. Just a few, just some few other honorable mentions from like their discography. I'm trying to remember. I was actually in Bible college the year Thrive came out. Thrive was a big song back then. I have a friend from Bible college, and I don't know if he's listening or not to the podcast, but if he is, he will recognize that. And I don't know why I remember this, but one of his favorite songs off of Thrive was the song Dream for You. And it's not a song that most people would go to as their, not number one song, but their song off the album. But he explained to me that Dream for You was, now, this was like over 10 years ago, so I'm just trying to remember here, but I believe it's something about King David. And him wondering about the state of his kingdom or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember that, and it's always kind of stuck with me. So, as well, when you were mentioning Courageous, I was wondering, wait, what album did that come off of? And it's actually the album Come to the Well. And I can't believe I've forgotten about that when we were talking earlier, because Come to the Well, I'm reading through the track list, and I'm like, oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I remember listening to this one. Yeah. No, I really liked this album when it came out, actually. I recognize a lot of songs I had on repeat quite a bit. I like the title track, Leave It All Behind and Come to the Well. It's a great album and a good song. And then just really quickly, I like their albums that are kind of outside their, I guess, the main flow of albums. And what I mean by that is just Casting Crowns has I think 2 albums called the Acoustic Sessions. They have some live albums. For me personally, a Live Worship Experience, their album from 2015. I had that on repeat a lot. I really like the songs off of that. And their acoustic sessions, where they do acoustic versions of their songs. Definitely, I would recommend you take a listen to that too. It's a great album. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because those are some that I enjoy. So, do you have anything up in front of you there, John, that you wanted to mention?
Well, I'm just looking at the song list for "Come to the Well," and one song that really stuck out for me, or that I remember always being used in church. I remember we used this song at one of our Easter dinner theaters. Is the song "Jesus, Friend of Sinners."
Yep. Open our eyes. What's the chorus go like again? Open our eyes at the end of our pointing fingers, I believe.
Yeah.
Quite the imagery.
Yeah.
Let our hearts be something by mercy. Break our hearts for what breaks yours. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a good track. It's like Slow Fade. It's a good kind of a wake up call. It's a good reminder song. I find I can't talk tonight. I apologize. I find Casting Crowns has a lot of songs like that.
Yeah, some of the lyrics. We have strayed so far away. We cut down people in your name. But the sword was never ours to swing.
I believe Maranatha said it right when they wrote the song "The Battle Belongs to the Lord."
Yes.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and I see just a section off. Google likes to give you what people also searched for.
For sure, yep.
And it's telling me the song "Who Am I" by Casting Crowns. And that's such a good song, too.
Oh, Casting Crowns.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't talked about them. How are they? Like,
you know what? They're pretty good.
They are pretty good, aren't they? Yeah. I believe from the same album, Come to the Well, the first song I heard off of... Okay, sorry, I don't know if it was the first song or maybe the song I played the most, but I think it's All You've Ever Wanted. I believe that's what it's called. And why I liked the song, it was the melody that really caught me on it. But the song is about all you've ever wanted was my heart. Yeah, and I mean, lyrically, Casting Crowns has some really good songs lyrically, yeah. And I mean, we could do, we could do song breakdowns later or talk more about this. I know this is just kind of a spotlight, an overview, which essentially just turned into us mentioning all our favorite songs we like. Yeah. We're not experts on Casting Crowns. We're not like super fans or anything, but we've been following them. We've been listening to them for a while, and they've been a part of our musical journey.
Yeah.
I've personally never seen Casting Crowns. Now, John, I know you haven't seen them either, but you almost had an opportunity to see them.
I almost did. This was back in, 2010.
Oh, wow. Eons ago.
It was a Monday morning, and I'm going through school. I was in grade 12 then. And one of my friends comes walking down the hall with the Casting Crowns t-shirt on. And I'm like, oh, hey, that's a nice t-shirt. I love Casting Crowns. She's like, yeah, I just saw them in the next city over Saturday night, and I'm like, what? What? No one told me.
And since I remember the first time when you told me that, and I think I went online and looked. Casting Crowns seldomly comes to Canada. There again, there's no issue with that. Every artist has got their reasons for doing international tours, but there's some Christian artists that you hardly ever see in Canada, and I believe Casting Crowns is one of them. So,
yep, I remember. Yeah. Well, probably one of the first times you were over. This is before you got married, and I had a Fireflight poster on the wall, and it wasn't so much that it was just a Fireflight poster; it's that it was autographed. Yes. And yeah, I don't believe you've had the opportunity to see them in concert.
Fireflight? I have, actually. Yes, no, I have, but I haven't got anything autographed from them. No. So, I mean, I was a little bit in awe, maybe for a couple seconds, and that was about it. But, yep, yeah, that is pretty cool.
And even though we're not supposed to talk about them, but we still have not had anything autographed by Skillet.
I know. You know what? I would gladly trade an autographed item by Skillet if John just did one Bon Jovi cover live. I mean,
well, there's got to be some way he can sneak in "Living on a Prayer," right?
I mean, yeah, I mean that would be the song to do it. I mean, I personally would want Dead or Alive, but I mean, John as a cowboy, no. He's tried it in the new album, let's be honest, and it's kind of... Sorry, we're not talking about Skillet.
Well, thank you for listening to our artist spotlight on Casting Crowns, where we also talk about other artists.
I would like to promise that this won't be a regular thing, where we talk about... It will probably be a regular thing, yes. But yeah, if... for our listeners, if you've seen Casting Crowns, or you've had an experience with one of their songs, like it's touched you or anything, or essentially anything to do with Casting Crowns, if you have something notable that you would like to share, connect with us. We would like to hear it, and we'll maybe bring it up on our next artist spotlight. It's really cool to hear about different people's different experience with the bands and what they think of the music, right? So, because like we said, we've really enjoyed them. I mean, we are crossing our fingers, hoping before the band retires, maybe they'll come to Canada once or twice, maybe, if they were there all the way back in 2010. Sorry, yes. So we're hoping. I mean, I would go see them, but we'll just have to wait and see, right?
Well, I'd like to thank y'all for listening to our first artist spotlight. It'll be the first of many artists that we are prepared to talk about, and could probably have quite long discussions about.
Yes, we don't really need to set up like we do other episodes for these ones, eh?
No,
so we
don't.
Can just keep talking and talking and talking.
And we will just keep talking and talking and talking, but let's not.
I mean, that's the whole idea, right? Hit the record button, we just keep talking.